Oh, that's hot.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nothing's Wrong podcast. I'm Isabel.
And I am Catherine.
And tonight is our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, well,
It's the
actually,
eve of
it's the
our
eve. Yes, exactly. You're right.
1 year anniversary.
Right.
We're super excited to have you guys tonight, as we always are every night that we are on Sunday.
Yes, we are excited to have you here because tonight we're just going to be gliding through all the amazing things that's happened this year. Like, I can't believe that we even did a podcast. So thank you, Isabel, for, actually, participating in this fun. Like, we always chat it up. So we're like, why not chat it up with the world? I mean, like, we have so much to say, and sometimes it's gems and sometimes it's just BS and sometimes it's just... it is what it is. It's girl talk. It's guy talk. It's life talk.
All
it's
talk.
Talk. So, yeah.
We
and
cover
we know
an array
talk.
of topics.
Yes.
So that's always fun having
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Super
yeah, fun. I mean, there's so much to get into tonight, but make sure you guys
are hitting the like. Happy birthday,
yes.
Eve. Happy anniversary.
Putting that in the
us.
Comments below in the chat.
Wishing us well. Wishing us, continuous.
It's so funny because it's like you have to tell people to do that or they're going to just do it themselves. They're going to do it themselves. Sometimes
closed mouths don't get fed if you guys watched some of the episodes we made. But it's true because if we don't say nothing, they could just be watching and not saying happy anniversary.
Right.
It's our anniversary. Sinai, I told her tonight was our anniversary eve, and she was like, "Oh, singing the song." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna remember to sing that song because, like,
it's our anniversary."
Yeah, it is. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
like it's like a relationship. Like you've been with a person for 1 year. Do you celebrate it?
Of course.
Like this, like like
anything you've been doing for a year is a big celebration.
Yes.
3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Years.
Until you move on from this plane of existence or come back. We don't know. Whichever you choose. So make sure you guys are liking, commenting, sharing,
following our social media, hitting up. If you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead and follow us on YouTube. If you don't want to watch us on Facebook,
to the channel.
Yeah, I know. Subscribe, follow. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. There you go. But you need to go on our Instagram as well and do the same old thing. Like, yes. But thank you. If you do. If you don't, it's whatever. Actually, I'm not begging nobody to do anything this year. I'm not chasing no followers, chasing no listeners, chasing nothing. So you do what you want to do. I'm not going to keep suggesting that because if you want to do it, you'll just support. If not, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And let's make a toast.
Oh, yes.
So we can get the show started.
Cheers to 1 year and continuous years to come.
Yes.
We've been addicted to mimosas, so they are amazing, especially for brunch time. Like if I'm going to do a brunch, I'm going to do a mimosa.
If I do decide to drink.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't decide to drink at all. I don't need to drink anything. But if I am going to drink something, I choose to only deal with champagne. So that's the only alcohol that I will be taking, even though it's not alcohol. It's like wine, but it is what it is. But like I was saying before, that chasing thing, right? How do you feel about that? As a woman, are you chasing the scene or are you just... What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that is the topic. I was like a little off on what the topic was. So, we were going to talk about chasing or allowing things to come to you. Right. Mm-hmm. And that was really like, because like throughout the weeks and days, like I go through the journey just like everybody else. And I find out new things about myself and I discover my personality and who I am every day. The more I become more and more observant of who I am in my reality. And what I find is when I allow things to come to me instead of chasing them, which we all know, But when it even comes down to just everything, like your work, like most of my positions, all for the jobs I've had in the past, all of those positions have come to me. I didn't really chase down any of those things. Most of, the relationships or friendships that I was in, they came to me. Like it was always that way. And so now I'm realizing how to really approach that situation and what to chase and what not to chase, what to pursue and what not to pursue. Because I wasn't pursuing pretty much anything other than, my actual goals and business and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I'm happy that you move like that. Yeah, I feel like for me as well, I never really chased anything, but I've always put myself out there for opportunities to come my way. And with guys, not really chasing them either, because I let them just be them. But sometimes I would say I put myself out there to be able for me to be able to get chased by them.
Right.
And then, yeah, so that's the only way that I'm doing any subliminal chasing.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's like the thing. Like I feel like that is something that I should probably temperament. Like I can show no interest. Like when I was out here in this dating world, I was like showing no interest to anybody that I was dating or anything. Like they had to put like 100% of the work in. And then I wonder why they crashed and burned because it was like, I was not doing most of the work. And then like, I realized like, you're in your 20s and you're young and you're figuring out life. You don't really have an idea of really even what you want. So you're just going about life, not really caring about people's feelings, even ghosting people, like just doing a lot of like petty little things towards people and not realizing it. And then now reflecting and seeing like, hey, how was I treating people? How was I coming across? How, what was my, mirroring or projecting looking like? And it's not that I didn't like what I saw. It was just kind of funny to me because I was like, wow, the people who dealt with you, sure for them because I was hard. Yeah, it was pretty hard to deal with me. So yeah.
Yeah, for me,
shout out to y'all.
For me, I was definitely a person that was easy in the beginning, and then they noticed that it was like, oh, you're actually high maintenance, and I don't know if I could deal with that. And I wasn't sensitive to them. I noticed that like being in a relationship, I know that we're going everywhere, but like this is girl talk. And being in a relationship, sometimes it's like you really have to be sentimental with these men that you deal with, like, or your partner actually. So it's like, you got to really like be understanding, give people their space. I didn't know that. I felt like I was always questioning this. Well, give me an answer to this, give me an answer to that. And it's like, girl, just relax. Just go, hang in the process, like do whatever it is that, just be. Just actually, I noticed because I have a lot of guy friends. With my guy friends, you
have a lot of guy friends. How does that work out for relationships?
For relationships,
yeah. How do men? I know that's off topic of what you're going to say, but how do men respond to a woman with guy friends, or do you not tell people that you have guy friends?
I do this.
You put your lip gloss on, your lipstick on. Got you. That's a good one.
That's what I do with guy friends.
Yeah. No, just put your lip gloss on.
I just mind my business.
You mind your business.
I mind my business because at the end of the day, like, if I'm with my man, I'm not hanging out with my guy friends. So
right.
My guy friends are not going to interrupt what's actually going on in the relationship. So
exactly.
I don't think that I'm hanging out with them different times. It depends. Like when I get married, that's when my guy friends can come to my wedding and be jealous and be mad and say, hey, like I was supposed to be your husband.
No, I mean, I think like, because we have some of the same guy friends, I think that they're all like, where everybody's kind of doing their own thing and everybody's looking for their own relationship. And I think that's the maturity in it. And I like that about the relationships that I have. Like one of our good friends, like it's an open, it's a real friendship. It's like family. So it's not
keeping it real about everything, like especially in relationship wise. And it's like, you got to be honest with them when you're like, okay, like that's why it's nice to have guy friends because they take your advice. Like they want sometimes.
No, they want to hear.
They're going to go through something and it's like, hey, I was just on this date with this woman or whatever. I'm dealing with this woman. She's doing this. Is this like woman like or what? Like
what should I do? And I'm like, well, this is what you do.
And I noticed for myself as well is I let go of people so quickly. I don't give guys a shot. Like their apologies is like, I'm done with you after this. Like you did one wrong thing to me. It's over. It's like over. I'm done. I'm breaking up with you and we're not going to be dealing with each other. And it's like ghosting.
Yeah.
And it was like, hold on, we had years. We had time. Like
you would do that to somebody you had years with?
Yeah, I would actually.
Oh my gosh.
Because as I got older as well too, like
you just got tired and fed up.
No, recently, actually, recently I.
So do you think that's excessively a bad thing? And then when it's done properly with boundaries, then it's a good thing?
It is definitely a good thing when you definitely have a conversation, deal with it, and see if there's going to be any change in that.
Yeah.
It's like kind of hang in there. But then I had this energy of like, oh, don't hang in there, girl. Don't be hanging in there. There's a point in life where you do hang in there. There's going to be bums and guys that you don't need
you hang in there when the guy shows enough positive qualities that you like. And you're like, okay, we can see what else goes on here.
Yeah.
Address the issue because you don't want it to, manifest any more than it already has. And see what happens. But I think that with boundaries, that's a great tactic. Maybe not on the first try, but definitely on the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not on the first try. So, okay. All right. So,
So,
thank you for your advice.
You're welcome.
Because it's like, it's important because like I have not had patience.
Right.
My patience has been very, 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 very low.
Yeah.
And it's a problem because it's like, why is your patience so low? Like, why do you have to have an attitude about something? They're just like, and when I see other people do that outside and I'm like, you look stupid, you look dumb. And then you go ahead and you're living that little dumb, stupid look and feeling.
So then
it's like, you're not supposed to. I know this because I've done the inner work and inner healing. You're not supposed to emotionally get attached to a situation that doesn't belong to you.
Right.
Especially if that person that you're dealing with, your partner, they're going through something, you shouldn't put that on yourself. Because I feel like maybe because I'm a Pisces, I feel like that is, I'm emotionally always trying to get attached to a conversation and get offended and or something like within it when it's like, it has nothing to do with you. When people have to see both sides of it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's inner work that you have to do. And I understand because life is easy, but you make it so hard. There's so like sometimes people make it hard to get money, hard to find opportunity, hard to be married, hard to find a husband. Same thing. It's hard to just live life and make decisions.
Right.
And it's interesting.
I think that everything you said is like 100% facts. And that is like a big part of the journey, right? Is learning these parts about yourself that instead of saying, well, that's just how I am, or that's just how Pisces are, or you're saying, no, I'm going to look into this because this is something that I'm noticing. Exactly. Do you know how many people don't even have that conversation, people that don't even like actually evaluate what's going on in their lives and how they're contributing to the messes that's being created day to day, like that is a real thing. So to see that or me, you, everybody that we come in contact, this whole show is based around, talking about deeper ideas or shallow ideas or, basic ideas or mundane ideas or brilliant ideas or, controversial ideas. All of these ideas that we all collectively, get shared, passed around. Everybody gets the same idea, because it depends on what you do with it. If you don't use an idea, it just goes on to the next person. And then what do you say? Oh my God, I had an idea to do that. And then now that person is doing it. Yeah, because you didn't do it. You didn't do it. That's the thing with ideas. If you don't use them, somebody else is going to do.
Remember when we used to be rappers? No one knew we were rappers. Like we were literally gonna be like one of the new hottest rappers, and it's not a joke. We were good.
Yeah, we were pretty good.
Like people were literally telling us, like, oh, like when we gave them a shot to hear us rap, because we used to be like, this is our rookie years. Yeah. So don't tell nobody.
Right.
But now we're gonna be veterans in the game. We had a SoundCloud. Don't go Google it.
Don't go looking for
Don't look for
it. The SoundCloud now. Oh my God, I remember.
This is rookie year, so you gotta, go.
We would make songs like continuously,
right? We were like the Migos, like
literally was like on some female Migos stuff, and then Migos came out, and then we were like,
oh, they stole our style.
Did they just steal our whole style? And it was like, no, they didn't steal your style. That's the idea that's been going on in the It's Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Shireen says, happy anniversary. Congratulations, you ladies doing very good and beautiful. Thank you, Shireen.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in like literally almost every Sunday
for a whole year.
You've been here supporting us and we appreciate you.
We need to give her, there's a thing on Facebook where you can give a badge to someone.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to give it to you.
We're going to give it to you.
You always care. Thank you so much.
We appreciate supporting us.
And love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day for, well, I don't know if you celebrate it. Well, you're married to a Haitian man, so now you're a Haitian woman.
Yeah.
So happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes.
She's so sweet. Where's Iberderm? Where you at? We're mad at you because you ain't on time.
Well, a couple people that's usually been here, but we're not on time today, so
it's okay.
Everything's not on time. But even like you were saying, so I want to kind of get into what's kind of a hot topic. It's kind of late, but I still wanted to talk about it. We didn't get the chance to talk about it last week, but if you guys are not familiar with the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' engagement to Simon, don't remember his last name, my apologies, but
you didn't even know this man, so you didn't even
I didn't know him,
so it's okay.
And she posted about her recent engagement. Now Simon is in the process of getting divorced. He's still married to a woman named Fallon, who's actually this year was featured on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, if you guys are ratchet, you probably already know this. But now Porsha, who's on the same show, been on the show for a while, is engaged to Fallon's soon-to-be ex-husband. And you already know the story. I know it sounds messy.
Okay.
How do you feel about, because that's a messy situation. It is what it is. It happens every single day.
So you didn't let the people know that.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
What happened?
You didn't let the people know that Porsha was seen. Well, supposedly people think that they were friends. Fallon, this girl that you said that.
Yes, they said that they were friends, but Porsha denies them being friends. They said they were together. They have a photo together, but she said we weren't friends.
Okay.
So if
we're grown,
they're not friends.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay.
She said on the show they introduced them as friends. Let's take a quick little break. Ibrahim says, hi, Kat and Belle. Happy anniversary to a wonderful ladies. Enjoy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you for supporting us every single Sunday. You are always here with us.
Always.
And we appreciate that because that was one whole year.
I know.
And you supported 100%.
Thank you so much.
You get a badge.
We appreciate you, and you also get a badge, okay? Because you are our number one fan, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for the like.
Thank you for the love.
Yes.
The love.
We have some champagne here. So, how do you feel about the girl code? Because this is what people were really saying. They were saying Portia broke the girl code.
Because she actually knew the woman.
Right.
So...
And she took... Now, mind you, Simon is an... we know this is important, so I'm going to say, don't act like you guys don't think this is important. Okay. Simon's worth about 10 million. He's worth a lot of millions.
Okay.
And is an African man from Africa, not sure which part, which country, but he's somebody.
All right. So you saying all that brings in my head. Thank you for adding that part, because that's a requirement to have. You know, to actually have money, because you need to have a job, so you can take care of yourself as a man. Like, that's important. So I know that you can take care of yourself. I don't have to take care of you. So, and you can take care of multiple people because you have millions of dollars.
And Portia herself just had a baby with another man.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But the other man and Simon are actually fine. They were seen in a photo together with Portia. Everybody's happy on her side for the engagement.
Okay. Well, I think that's all that matters. Your team likes them. And that matters. Right. And first of all, I heard that he was split from the lady for a while now, right?
Right.
So, like, he didn't live with her, right? They no longer live together?
Or I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so, if he's marrying someone else.
Yeah. And he was dating somebody else, because I heard that there was a mistress who came, not a mistress, because he's not married. Like, he's separated.
Right.
He is married. So two things. Do you feel like marriage and separation are the same thing? Like, don't you feel like you're still married?
I just think that shout out to him for not even finished getting divorced and already about to be planning a wedding. So shout out to him for that.
I know.
Like,
first of all,
I love a man who will get married. Let me tell you that. I'm not mad at no man who will get married.
I love that he wants to get married as well. Like, that's nice. So for me is like, I know there's a girl code.
If I'm Portia, like I'm thinking about the situation. If I'm inside, but you were saying a bunch of stuff, and I get what you were saying. But I'm just saying, for my part, if I'm Portia and I'm looking at that situation for what it is, and this girl, I'm not really her friend like that, and this man obviously came and looking for me, I'm gonna see what's up,
right?
Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you just came into my life through her, so I could be in a relationship. Like, you don't know. You got to check out the scene. He's worth checking out the scene.
I think is like, she claims she's not her friend. So at the end of the day, this guy, when you're like, the thing about it is, women and men know this. When you connect with somebody and you actually really feeling them, are you really questioning? The only person who's questioning may be her, but she said that's not her friend. So she was fine. The woman is usually like, oh, I don't want to do that because I know her. And he's like, I'm not really with her, and he has to convince her that it ain't a thing.
Right.
So
exactly.
So
that's usually what happens. That is usually what happens.
Exactly. Right. So when it comes down to that, you can't question that. And then all of a sudden you give this guy a shot and now he wants to marry you. Bye, girl. I don't care about what you thinking about friends.
Exactly.
This guy's actually serious. And that's one thing.
And she just had a baby. So of course she's like, wait, I want a husband. I want to life with somebody. I just had a baby before. And he's going to take me 100%. 100. Yep. I'm going to definitely, let me tell you something.
She plays her cards right. It can last forever. Anybody's relationship can really last forever.
Unless you're dealing with a killer or domestic abuse.
Exactly. That's a different story.
Or a
or alcoholic.
Or somebody who doesn't.
Alcoholic, you can actually
or somebody
stick it in there too.
Or
kind of.
You can't get nobody who's broken. Like, you don't want broken people. Like, broken people are the worst people to have a marriage with.
Then guess what? They become broke.
Yeah.
They break you.
They break you.
Even if he's
you can't be broken and that person can't be broken. No. You don't want to deal with that. Mm-hmm. Not in, because you got to think about it. When you're procreating and you're co-creating and you're making children, right? You're building a family. You're getting your life together. You're doing the next phase of your life, which is, allowing yourself a legacy and allowing yourself. Do you really want to procreate? Do you want to procreate, make a child with a person who doesn't have the basic qualities of human being to survive in this world? Like, would you want that gene? Because people don't think about the DNA. People don't think about that's actually a thing. Like, people pay good money, especially in these sperm banks. They pay good money to get, really educated, high IQ type of people with certain DNA structures, certain lineages in the DNA through their ancestry. People hack into that through people don't know the game that's actually being played out here. What's the whole point of legacy? Why people are really
I love that
marrying into these families and doing certain things. And women, we have to be very smart. As men, you have to be very strategic. Like, women aren't gonna these days. Yes, I mean it's crazy, but women who's of value are not going to procreate with a man who doesn't have the basic needs of protecting, providing, securing, keeping things at least on the material level secure and together. Women should not procreate with you. So your race will die out, and we will continue to procreate with the people who are willing and capable, because we want children who are willing and capable. If you sit there, women, and have children and entertain a man who doesn't go at every single day like it's his mission to create, to become somebody to protect and provide for you, what are you doing? There's so many men out there that do that. So I don't think those men deserve. This is what Cardi B was saying in the song. Broke men don't deserve no pee. I know that's right, because at the end of the day, why would we want to make another generation of men who are useless? What's the whole point of having a man? Men are stronger than us. Men have all this testosterone that we need to actually live in this world, to protect us. It's dangerous here, especially for women. Now, if we don't have strong men to protect us, what are we going to do? Men are way more confident. Men are way more secure, way more able to deal with rejection. Men are way more willing to just deal with life, period. And they will sit there and die for you and go for you. But if they don't have the right mind, right training, what are we even dealing with?
And you know what's crazy? People will question.
So that's why you don't recreate. You don't give those men babies, because their race needs to die off. And that sounds horrible, but it's true. You don't want that. If you don't want kids, if a society decides they don't want, certain attributes of a person, what do? They make sure they kill off that by not giving that person a wife. Don't make that person procreate. Right? This is why they send the men to jail, and this is a whole agenda. We don't even have to go that deep, but go ahead.
No, I think that it needs to be said, because at the end of the day, they have to look at it as this. When they have children that are women, what do they want their children to be like?
Right.
Marilyn Monroe said it so well in that.
Gentlemen prefer blondes.
Yes. And she really asked that question. Wouldn't you want your daughter to marry someone who's rich and the woman being pretty?
Right.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, wouldn't you want that? But at the end, the pretty part, let's leave that at that. But it's like, you do want that for your kids.
Right.
You don't want them to be dealing with bums. Even like if they're just hanging out and it's just their boyfriend. It's like, hey, you're just hanging out with this bum who's just in the corner every week and doesn't even go inside the school, and you're bringing home this guy. Like, right. And telling me this is your boyfriend.
But fathers don't do that. If you have a father in the home and he's not going to allow just some loser guy to take his daughter and allow him to, do whatever with his daughter. Yeah. No, he knows that he's financially responsible for his daughter, and he needs to make sure that she marries to the next financially responsible man that's going to get his headache away. He doesn't want to sit up at night worrying if his daughter is going to make it through the next year without his help, and she's already married. That's not any man's dream for his daughter. Come on, man. Didn't a guy tell you? He was like, yeah, my daughter, because he was a wealthy guy. Yeah. And he had a lot of riches. Yeah. And he was very wealthy. And he told you, my daughter better not bring home a plumber. And that
you don't work. He was like, I didn't work this hard for my daughter to come back to me with a plumber. Like, no. Like, if she tells me she's marrying a plumber, I'm not accepting that. Like, that's,
and people say, you love who you love, but then you have to remember the world that you live in. People don't realize we live in duality. Yeah. Yes, there's a spiritual connection and all that, but also that person has to, in this matrix, has to be able to protect, to provide, because this is a very dangerous game we live here, and people just play it like it's not dangerous. People literally play this game of life like it's not dangerous. I don't say you got to take it so seriously, because yes, be free. Don't be fearful. Go after what you want. If the world is yours, but you got to understand, this is still very dangerous. Yeah. This is dangerous from the beginning. Like, you got animals here that could kill you that don't give a kid. You got viruses that can kill you. You got cars that can kill you. Cars that can kill you. People that can kill you. Bugs that can kill you. Anything that can. It's very dangerous on Earth. Yeah. Very, very dangerous. But we play this game every day. But don't make no moves that's like got you messed up. Like, any woman who's willing to say, you know what, I'm choosing the better path, no matter what people say, I'm going to go with that woman. And I know that's not the most popular thing to say, but that's the truth, because I always support people bettering themselves. So Portia, 100% of my,
we went all, exactly. Yeah. So I think, first of all, the financial part, him having money, he always had to have money. Like, people just don't understand the rules of the game. For men, it's a requirement for you to have a stable foundation in your finance.
100%.
That is, if you're messing with a woman like that, if you're not that disrespectful, if that's not together, then don't bother. Like, people, I was out going on, I think I went to Office Depot, and I seen this two couple. I'm not going to say their race. Should I? No. That's not important. But anyways, I seen this couple or whatever, and there was like an area where you can just sit, and there's no food or anything there. It's literally just like a nice area. It's a bank right there. So they were mainly next to the bank where they're sitting. And then the guy seen me walk in, but maybe he did see me. He seen me and what I was doing. And then he asked his girl, like, what are we doing here? Why were we just
so they were just sitting?
That's what I'm saying. They were sitting down, just sitting there. So I don't know their backstory, but I know the story, the whole thing after hearing him saying that. Right. He was like, what are we doing here? So I got out of the place, and I already seen them walking, and she's running after him. And I remember we were talking about chasing, and this lady was literally chasing this man. He's like, why are we here? Like, I don't see the point of why we're here. Why didn't you pick? Oh yeah, I heard that part too. He was like, why didn't you pick somewhere else? Like, why did you pick for us to be here? Like, you don't have other plans? Like, she has to find plans for them to find something else to do. Like, what are we doing here? He was like, I'm leaving. What? Because she didn't have real plans.
And he couldn't make any plans?
No.
What?
This is the level that women are accepting. That they have to do all the work.
So then she chased him?
She chased him across the street. I was at the light. She literally ran. He already passed the light, and she's running across the street screaming like, hey, like, stop, like, come back. And I was like, why am I seeing this?
Oh my gosh. Well,
why? Why are you accepting this? And you have this bright red hair. Like, stop. Ladies, do not like live your life for yourself. That too. I know we're talking about men, like y'all need a requirement to get your money together, but women, you guys, you ladies,
have to have self-respect.
You have to have standards for yourself. I know that I said that I need to give people chances and all that stuff like that, but I'm not gonna run and get your chances.
First of all, let's start at the beginning. Yes. Why were they sitting there? Second of all, why did she bring him there?
And they're old.
Third of all,
they're old. They're probably in their 30s.
I understand his point because I'm the same way. Like, if I feel like what I'm doing at the moment isn't beneficial, I kind of question it.
Yeah.
But what is she doing chasing him? Like that, like you said, that man does not deserve you. Why are you making a date?
We don't know who's right, who's wrong. But
if a man is not going out of his way to make sure that the plans are perfect for you and that you're not comfortable and you're not 100, when you're planning the date, when you're the one who's putting in all the effort, yeah, you need to stop. I'm not planning any date. Like, that's annoying. That, like, if a guy wants to take you out on a date, he plans that date. Like, that's not even like hard to understand. Like, he's gonna plan the date. That's the whole point of a date. I've never seen a movie, a show, or anything where the woman's planning. He said,
"I'm gonna pick you up at 8." So yeah, he's going to go figure out what he's gonna do is gonna be for 8.
It's not that hard.
Like, but
that's part of him showing you that he likes you.
Yeah.
So why would you even interrupt that? That's the same thing. Hold on. Yeah. That's the same thing like I'm seeing on the internet of women getting down on their knees and proposing to these guys. Like, what are we doing? Why are you asking a man to marry you? Why are you and it's like, oh, well, there's no gender, something. If a man wants to marry you, this is how simple men are. This is how, women are complicated. If you were a lesbian, this would be fine. Yes, women go get on your knees and do that for a lesbian.
Yeah.
But if you want men, if they want to do anything, they will do it.
Right.
They will do it. It's just what it is.
You don't even have to question. That's what I'm saying. That's
understand, what I'm learning. If you get the urge to get down on a knee, ask yourself, because I know this thing about men that if they do what they say they're gonna do, this man has showed me no interest in marrying me.
Yeah, he had. First of all, he showed
maybe
me no
this
interest.
Is not the thing that I should be doing.
How is he showing you interest if he's not planning the date? There is no interest. That man, if he's not even planning dates, he's not gonna get on the knee to marry you.
If he's not planning dates, he's not marrying you. If he's not taking care of you 100%, he's not marrying you. If he's not telling you I want to marry you, like literally, there's been men who's told me first time meeting them, second, third time, I'm gonna marry. I will marry you. Like, I want to marry you. I was like, I actually don't want to marry you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's fine. That is part of life of a woman.
Yeah.
Men shouldn't be getting, a woman proposed to me. Did you guys not see Beauty and the Baker?
You know what's so funny? Because, we're like both sides. There's with this Dusty man I seen. He was like, yeah, woman, I think that is good that women are proposing to men. I think that they should do that. I think that that's something that women should be doing. And then the lady said to him, like, because they're on a podcast together, and then she was looking at him like, you're crazy.
Right.
Like, excuse me? Like, where's your
contribution as a man? How am I supposed to be attracted to you? How am I going to want to marry you knowing that I'm the one who had to think of it? Women do not work like that. And women who do that are desperate. That's the only message it gives. Women this is the one thing women like. A man that does something without her having to ask. Yeah. So why would she like having to ask a man to marry her, and the whole time he knows and she knows that she's the one who asked him to marry her? He didn't want to be in this marriage.
First of all, he's going to leave the day of the marriage.
He's going to leave or he's going to cheat. That's his two options.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to leave or he's going to cheat, because actually at the end of the day, he did not ask you to marry him. That is that means everything he's ever done, you accept. You accept 100%. He can cheat on you. He can do anything to you because you said that you wanted to marry him.
You know what's so funny? Because
isn't that psychologically how men think?
Exactly.
If you tell him, I want to take you on a date, what's going to happen? You got to pay. You got to pay. So why are you initiating any of these things. People don't like to hear that because it hurts people's feelings.
That's why they logged off. They was like, I don't want to hear that. I'm doing that right now.
Then get yourself together. Don't be a loser.
First of all, this is what I've learned. Like I said, I am in the process of growing.
Right.
And I know that I don't hang in there with people. Like the way that these women are doing, I literally don't hang in there when people are doing me good. I have been very questionable.
Right.
And I've noticed that. So I've changed and I'm able to realize that. And I know how easy it is to actually be aware sometimes. It's like, be aware. And sometimes I have hiccups and,
Right. And it's easy to fall and have hiccups. Yes.
But men, let me tell you something. Men, they also have that same energy that I'm talking about right here. And they will accept women who are doing this, like, who wants to be chosen. Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Right.
And, they'll pick you. Like, they're like, all right, fine.
Come on in. You want to be here, especially these guys out here.
Yeah.
But guess what? He's going to cheat on you.
Yes, he's going to cheat on you, but also
with the woman he's chasing. But go ahead.
Right, that part. The woman that is not giving him the time of day. And I know men don't like to hear that because that's not true. That's what they think. It ain't true.
It happens every single day.
But you know that. You're more interested in the one that doesn't give you the shot. And they're not doing it purposely. It's because they might be, and some women are. And that's the thing. I don't want to do things purposely. I don't want to do it because I'm trying to play some game. No. Like when I was younger, I played so much games with these guys. 100%.
Like, I was on a
gaming spree. If you was talking to me, I was gaming you all day.
Yeah.
like I said, I was a rapper. I was good at my game.
Right.
But now I notice it's like, I don't want to play no game. It's a waste of time. It's so toxic.
Yeah.
It's so like, it's just not, it's an energy that you don't want to have.
I don't even want to play games with friends.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to play games with nobody. Like, I'm actually not interested in playing games. No. I actually just want to live a good, wholesome, regular life.
I want to,
manifest and create.
Right. I want to continue to grow and actually like find another problem in my life and move on. So my problem was playing games, and I know that I play games, and I'm like, oh, you're not going to be able to be married with anybody. You're not able to have long-term relationships with people. You're not able to do a lot of things when you play games. And even to friends, you're not going to have a long lasting of friends. And I'm looking at myself like, oh, if I was to have a wedding, how many friends will I be inviting?
Right.
It's hit like, cause I'm not being like, genuine with my friends or like,
do you feel like having the show, how do you feel? Because I want to tie that back into what do you feel about like even having the show and like kind of just expressing who you are and letting the world know? Oh my gosh.
First of all, when I first started the show, I was nervous because I didn't even know like how to talk to these people.
Right.
And it's like, then I had to realize that I'm just talking to you because sometimes they ain't even talking. So it's like, and even today, my energy is like more so of like a conversation with you and spilling my beans about my things, like girl talk, like how we always connect, and which is the best way to be authentic and real and actually experience what you're currently in the moment of doing. Just be in that moment and not try to like create something that, going too far, overthinking, doing all that stuff, which I have done with the show. And now I'm just feeling like, go with the flow, enjoy, because I'm not chasing anything. And I know we've asked for followers, asked for people to conversate with us and all that stuff like that. You do it in your free will at this point. That's how much I've grown tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight. So it's like, we'll put the squirrel down on the bottom.
We did it
for a year. But it's just like, you
do
what you want. And some people gonna follow, some people gonna unfollow, some people gonna hate, some people gonna congratulate. It is what it is. Like, I'm excited for every milestone that happened here. So like, for me, I just like, I love that it happened. I love that I'm constant, like I'm consistent. This is the first time I'm consistent on social media for something. And we've been showing up every Sunday. A few Sundays we didn't show up because either we didn't have no connection, and that didn't even stop us. So I'm like really excited to.
We hit so many roadblocks. And that was the biggest thing that I knew that we were at least on the right path, is like how many roadblocks we continuously hit over and over and over again just to bring this show together. Right. And like, you know, we went from like studio production, everything being done for us, and then, you know, just deciding, hey, you know what, we're going to take this and build our own studio and do our own thing. And then we did it. And then it's like, but that comes with a whole lesson of how to do sound, how to do, how to work
sound was
your
horrible
streaming,
for us.
how to do this, how to make your video. And it was like a whole learning lesson. But like anything that I love learning and I love, you know, tackling something and getting it wrong and then to be able to get it right and fix them. I love figuring things out. Like, I love that. That's part of who I am. That's why I love fixing things. Like, I'm a weirdo like that. Like, I love
that you love fixing things, because sometimes you are my mechanic and my, not mechanic.
I just like figuring things out. And this was really a learning lesson. And that's part of the whole journey. And I know that that's where we're supposed to be. And that's why I'm happy to be here on this show with you guys. And regardless, like you said, if people are liking, sharing, commenting, even though we like that, it's like free will, because at the end of the day, like you said, they're gonna hate, they're gonna like it, but at the end of the day, it takes a lot to sit on this side of the screen and talk to people and make it interesting or make it about a topic that people care about. But then we were like the whole time, like, what do we care about? What is interesting to us? What do we think? And people don't think the same way we think. Our ideas be like out there to some people. Some people, we ain't go far enough. And that's the reality of life. And that's, I think, the message behind Nothing's Wrong is just nothing is wrong. Nothing is like impossible. Nothing is stopping you. There's no limit. There's no cap. So just keep going. And that's the part of growing, learning, even on the show. Like, it's just freestyles every Sunday and y'all know it. Like, it is what it is. And I'm excited that we're here, and I'm excited that we learn and we have guests that come on and they bless us with whatever they know. And we have those conversations just as people who met each other and building these connections and just giving you guys and us more knowledge and sharing that knowledge together. So shout out to everybody that came on the show for our rookie year. Like, that's for real. Like,
I'm going to give our thanks to Seven Bomar.
Shout out to Seven. Wholeness Tribe.
Thank you so much for even having some of your people come through and be a part of what we have to say, and you know, tap in sometimes. It's like, thank you so much. And even the ones that came in from that part of town that hated on us, thank you so much. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is. And I, you know, this is my way of networking. Okay, guys. So it's like, this is me networking.
We started during COVID, so don't get mad. Okay.
And it's beautiful. Also, shout outs to Drew Manning. Thank you for showing
First
up.
guest, number one. Came out the bat. Talking about health and wellness. And like just being healthy all together as a human. And he had such great words and positivity. And to be our first guest, shout out to Drew Manning.
Thank you, Drew.
Shout out to Hope.
We
appreciate you coming through.
With Hope.
Yes, we appreciate him coming through and really showing us, like, you could have a dream and actually just pursue it and allow the universe, the world, your God, whoever, whatever, to let the path roll out for you. So yes, shout out to him. Shout out to
Lord Enki. Like, literally had him come through.
With Lord Enki. He has the knowledge, especially with the herbs, the crystals. He blessed us that night. If you guys did not check out Holistic Health with Lord Enki, like, guys, we telling y'all to, like, the real truth. We gave y'all 7. Like, this is for real. Like, this is stuff that we are into. Like, yes, we care about our looks. We care about the way we dress. We care about
what our man
is, our relationships and stuff like that. We also care about nurturing our minds, our health, our families, our legacies, our, you know, being, our journey, our understanding of what's understanding, outerstanding, overstanding of what's going on around us. So every single guest, we try to at least tap into one of those fields. So shout out to them. Shout out to Jake Peak for coming on. And he blessed us with literally just letting you see that you can be in the modern world. You can be in this matrix and still be able to tap into your spiritual self. And you don't have to go on the parallel and be like, I'm only Mother Earth or, priest, high
Jesus
priestess.
Christ.
You're it all. And then shout out to Trina
Nicole Fly Girl. Thank you, TDR Network.
Okay.
As well for putting us on with.
But Trina, our only woman guest. And we asked a lot of women to come on the show, guys.
Yes,
we asked so many women, like, please come on the show. Bless us coming on the show. And we got met with, rejection or non-replies.
Right now.
And that's fine, and literally it was only men replying. It was, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I'm
sure they did.
It was only men replying and they were great. And we really wanted, women, we watched and listened and know so many great women. And it was just like, nope. And, there were different reasons, obviously if you don't have a big following, like we, are still building year one, still rookies, but it was pretty hard to get a woman. So to have Trina Nicole to come on and she really showed us, like, really, again, putting your mind towards something and going forward in it. Amazing. And like you said, TDR Network, Tone Deaf Radio Network. Shout out to you, Antonio. Thank you so much for supporting us. He reached out to us and, showed interest in being a part of what we were doing.
Yeah.
And shout out to him. He's the homie. And we're excited to continue our relationship with TDR Network.
Yes.
And also shout out to you guys who be in the comments.
You forgot somebody.
Who?
Shout out to Ibraderm.
Oh, yes.
Like, thank you for showing up too. You were on the show too. We're going to have you on the show another time.
Yes.
Because I don't know if it was glitching that time or what happened. But
yes, we had our
you
mother
had
on
showed
the show
up too. So thank you for taking the time. And it's like, you weren't even nervous. You were like, okay, let's talk to the people.
Right.
Wow.
My mom is a natural guy.
Yeah,
She's been doing this
since she gave testimonies at church.
Girl, I remember my mom used to be like, I have a testimony.
I was like, you speak? Okay.
Okay.
Mom. I didn't know my mom was like that. She's like, my mom was outgoing. I was like, oh,
she is a Sagittarius.
I thought she would have been like shy. Like when I was young, there was a point when it was like, I looked at my mom as like, oh, I think she may be shy, And then I went to church and she was like, I'm going to say a testimony. I'm like, my mom?
Yeah, your mom.
Yeah. And then she continued and continued. And I was like,
like, you know what? Just give me the mic.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's a real Sagittarius. So shout out to my mom. And shout out to you guys who are always in the comments.
Yeah.
All the video chats that we had with Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
The call-ins, Hotline Bling.
Woo!
We're definitely going to be doing Hotline Bling.
We want to do so much things, but we want you guys to be a part
After
of it.
Hours,
and I know that you guys, I said I'm not chasing y'all, but if you want to be a part. Like we want to do so many things.
Shoot us a message.
We
DM
want
us.
Yeah. Stop being
hit
scary.
us in the email. And shout out to the people who listen to us through the podcast without the video. Because I know we cater, especially to our video, Facebook, YouTube watchers and listeners. But you guys who listen to us like strictly on the audio,
and they be really listening to the whole thing.
Shout out to y'all. Like
nobody's even
really
watching it to the
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
And you said that one time. You said that, where someone doesn't see value, someone else do.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes we maybe thinking we're speaking for nothing. And it's like, no, you're not. You're speaking for somebody.
But it's just crazy because it's like you're not even chasing the audio people.
No.
And then the audio people is like, no, we here. Yeah. And it's like, shout out to y'all actually the realest ones. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out.
The ones without the video, y'all the realest ones. Who else is a shout out? Ibrahim says, thank you, beautiful ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for always being there. And another shout out. I want to shout out to the donators. donations. Like the people who donated, like, thank you so much. Oh my
gosh. 100%.
Like, I really appreciate that you even, believe in us, because the things that when we ask for donations, because I'm not sitting there asking for people for money, because at the end of the day, people have a lot of things to worry about in their life. Right. But it's literally for the podcast, for us to get things to be more efficient here. So right. I appreciate the people who believe in us and continue to tell us that we're doing a good job, but that we're doing something that matters, and even our guests saying that to us and being kind. It's like sometimes you're just like at awe. Yeah. You never watch the show and you're like, how are you at awe? How don't you believe in yourself? You have so much potential. Like, why don't you just believe? It's like, because it's not being humble. It's just like you're really unaware.
I think for me, it's mostly because I always think I can do better.
Yeah.
It's always... Yeah. So, because I watch the show back sometimes, and I'm like, I wish I said this.
And sometimes I don't watch it at all.
I'm like, I don't want to hear anything I said. I feel like I didn't do a great job. And then somebody comes and says, no, you did great. I loved it. And I'm like, wait, what? Because I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very like, I don't give myself any breaks. And so I'm very hard on myself. And it's part of just something that I'm working on a lot. And now it's getting a little deep. Like, and now I'm working on it a lot. No, but it is part of like something that I'm working on. And shout out to people who are hard on themselves because
shout outs.
Shout outs to everybody. Hey, we here shouting y'all out because at the end of the day, it takes a lot to put yourself out there. So anybody, no matter what you're doing, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your friendships, whether it's in just your network, or whether it's putting yourself out there for a video or whatever, it takes a lot to do that. And everybody who does that, who allows themselves to be vulnerable and put themselves out there and be allowed for the world to come and see what they're producing. I'm not that person. I was not that person for most of my life. I was very shy. I was very like closed off. I was not open. And now to be that person who's open, that's willing to hear people's opinion and change or
You've always been open to hear people's opinion.
Open to hear people's opinion, but I'm saying too. But I'm saying like not be shy to let people know who I am so they can have an opinion. People didn't even hear what I sound like, so that how could they have an opinion if they don't even know what she sounds like? Exist. Right. I would be in the corner. Like I was very shy, but not because I was scared, but because I was just observing. And now I'm like putting myself out there, and being able to do this is just really a beautiful thing. So shout out to you guys for supporting.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for, commenting. Thank you for always being involved.
Thank you for rocking with us for our rookie year.
It's our rookie year, and we hit a home run. Okay.
So cheers to us.
Cheers to our home run.
Cheers to you guys. Thank you for the support. Y'all already know.
Yes.
Y'all gonna be supporting even more next year. Yes. So make sure that, should we still keep telling you?
Yes, we will always tell you. Go ahead and hit up the Nothing's Wrong podcast, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Hit the love button, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Follow. You know what? You are the most important part of the show. And we're so grateful and so excited to come every Sunday. May not be on time, but it's always on time because it's our time.
Okay.
And we really appreciate you tuning in tonight. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for commenting for tomorrow and the next day and the next day and years to come. Because we will be here speaking our truth. Because running our mouth. Spilling the beans. Giving the juice.
Okay.
Dropping the gems. Every Sunday. On Nothing's Wrong podcast. And always remember, my lovely people, nothing's wrong. See you next time.
Happy first year, guys.
First year.
Oh, that's hot.